Cohen's family from President Trump. The Russian President Vladimir Putin says he's discussed with President Erdogan of Turkey steps to stabilize the situation in the Syrian province of Idlib. The summit in Moscow focused on the future of Syria, in which both countries have backed opposing sides. Neither leader gave any detail on what action they'd agreed, but they stressed their cooperation. Police in Arizona have arrested a nurse after a patient in a long-term vegetative state at a care facility gave birth. The man has been charged with sexual assault and abusing a vulnerable adult. The 29-year-old patient has been in the care of the clinic. BBC News.
I've told you before not to call my telephone unless you've made the deposit. Can I confirm if the deposit has been made, yes or no?
You're entering the world of the financial dominatrix, a new and fast-growing fetish in which people get a kick out of giving other people money and expect nothing in return.
A wonderful feeling if you hand over, maybe $100, $200 even.
Online, particularly on social media platforms, there is an increasing number of people, usually young women, demanding that you send them cash or gifts, or pick up the bill for anything from their morning coffee to an expensive pair of leather boots or their next holiday abroad.
There was one man who wrote me a check for $14,000. Came out of the mail. It really turned me on.
It's not without risks. Addiction, stalking, and blackmail are some of the possible hazards mentioned by people involved. And what do you get in return? It's definitely not sex if that's what you were thinking. So many describe experiencing a sexual thrill or a feeling of relief.
They're relinquishing control. They're relinquishing power. That self-worth and that value that they have attached to their material goods. And there's a relief.
I'm Zillian Lee, and I've been exploring the fascinating world of financial domination, or findom. In this World Service documentary, I want to speak to people who take part in this fetish, to ask them what they get out of it, and find out what's really going on in these exchanges of money, lust, and power. Be warned, there will be some frank talking of an adult nature.
I'm Mr. Komakino. Do you want to come in? This is where I do my stuff. Come into the playroom.
Mistress Komakino is 28 years old and lives in Scotland in a flat in central London. She's worked as a traditional dominatrix, or a dom, for 10 years. Online or in person, she takes control of clients, often by humiliating them. Among the tools she has to hand are a leather sock with feathers on one end and a chastity cage for men. I'll leave that one to your imaginations.
My favorite is my dog collar that says, "If lost, return to mistress." And on the other side it says, "Mistress Komakino slave."
For the last 5 years, Mistress Komakino has also worked as a financial dominatrix. She has accounts on specialist Findom websites, one of which describes itself as Facebook run by Keepstick. And she's on social media. We're looking at your Twitter account now. You've got 3,000 followers on there.
So my Twitter page features a big banner of me, stockings with my signature red lipstick. It says humiliation, discipline, roleplay, and worship, which are all the elements of domination. Twitter is now the main spot because it's instant. You can pretend to be whoever you want to be. It's like the exhibitionism. You know, like if I make £1,000 from one side, then it's nice to show off. You know, you throw the money in the air and take a picture.
Now is probably the time for a little terminology. Financial dominatrixes, or doms, like Mistress Komakino, have submissives, or subs, people who enjoy submitting to her and giving her money or gifts, which are sometimes known as tributes. In Findom, submissives are also known as pay pigs or cash slaves. So what's a typical day like for you? Let's say you get up in the morning. What's the first thing you do? What do you do?
Well, I wake up and then I look at my phone, see what slaves have messaged me through the night so I can yell at them for almost waking me up. Check the bank account to see if anybody's deposited any money. I also do FinDom through webcams. So I'll have people that pay a certain amount of money per minute to play, and then I will squeeze more money out of them while doing it.
So what's the most surprising request perhaps you've had from a player?
More often it's tools rather than actually doing it. You know, the whole fantasy is, you know, having your life taken over. But a lot of them will ask about me controlling my bank account, having their paychecks come to me. There's a program that lets you remotely connect your computer to somebody else's. So their screen will pop up on your screen and you can go through their files, send yourself gift cards and money. It is all done with consent.
Mistress Tomatino says she can make £4,000 or £5,000 in an easy month. As you can hear, much of the FinDom work is virtual, but sometimes it's more face-to-face and in your face.
A cash point meet is another big part of FinDom, and it is when you meet somebody at a cash machine and you take their money, and it's a very brief interaction. It's a rush. It's a rush when you meet somebody in public. You know, your bank card is very personal, and to allow somebody to take that money out, it's exciting.
One meeting in a London train station stands out in particular.
The Belgian that I've been talking to for a while, and he was coming to London for work. So he got off the Eurostar, and I had met him in the terminal near a cash machine. We had predetermined the amount of money that he was going to take out, and right then, and everybody rushing to their train. He handed me the money, 20 pounds, 40 pounds. And he said, thank you, mistress, for taking this money from me. I am completely worthless. You can see when somebody's genuinely submissive, they're not just doing it for, you know, cheap thrills. And you really feel it inside of them. It was really nice to see somebody.
Exactly where FinDom started, and how many people take part in it. They aren't detailed studies or reports from